Welcome to the Jesus Show. Not that one.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the show. I am back in the house. I'm not on the road currently, but tomorrow I am leaving for. That's right, Maui once again. Uh, I've been very fortunate, very fortunate to be able to fly a lot of Maui's and Honolulu trips. I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little tan. I'm going to continue to work on my tan when I get to Maui. When I get in, I'm going to lay out and then hit the gym and then sit on the beach and put my bare feet in the sand like I normally do. Then the next day, I'm going to wake up, hit the gym, and lay out before I have to fly back. Um, yeah, so it's pretty dope. Let's get into the show. Guys, follow me on Instagram at the Jesus Show NTO, Twitter at Jesus Show NTO, Facebook the Jesus Show Not That One, TikTok at the Jesus Show Not That One, YouTube type in the Jesus Show Not That One or the Jesus Show NTO, and email me your questions, comments, and concerns. The Jesus Show NTO at gmail.com. All right. There's three things I mainly want to talk about. First off, I want to talk about Athanasios is finally here. In the last episode, we were in the hospital, and I believe that was the first night we went to the hospital, and Allie was supposed to give birth, and it didn't work out, so we left Friday morning or Friday afternoon. Then Allie's water broke, and then we went back to the hospital, and then that's when everything happened. And then Athanasios was born on Father's Day, which was really cool. I'll get into that. Yes, I am gonna speak about abortion. It's even fucking crazy that I have to say that. Not crazy, is it? Yeah, no, it's stupid. It's stupid that it's even a thing. It's fucking stupid. And the last thing I want to talk about is the January 6th trial, right? No, it's not a trial. Hearings. It's the hearings. And some shit came out today. And incomprehensible how people still fucking follow that piece of shit of a human. I don't understand it. This show I just want to talk about farts, buttholes, how I think golfing is stupid unless a select few people were to ask me to go golfing with them, I'd go. If Danny asked me, my man boyfriend, Amber's husband, if Amber were to ask me, I'd go. If AJ or Jonah, they asked me, if my brother Greg would ask me, if my cousin Danny were to ask me, I'd go. There's what I'm trying to say. If Jorge were to be like, hey, let's go. If Carla Ma, if she were to ask me, I'd be like, yeah, sure. There's a select few people that I would go golfing with. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the things that happen on my trips. But I've said before, I can't sit here and pretend that everything is okay in the world because it affects me. It affects the way I can't say like, oh my God, I can't get out of bed. Thankfully, it's not like that. But it definitely fucks with my mind. It sucks. But I'll get into that. First things first. So Athanasios Luca is here. So like I said at the top of the show, we went in on the 16th. We went on the 16th. Allie took the pills that they had her take every, I believe it was 4 hours. And her and I were just chilling there. We're waiting, and it's supposed to help her dilate to 10 centimeters. So when we first got there, we knew what time we were gonna go. I believe we were supposed to be there at 5. Was it 5? Let's say we were supposed to be there at 5. I think we got there at 5:30. I was like, "Oh, we got it," and I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not going out of my way to get there at 5." Because every time, I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but every time I go to the doctor, they're always fucking running late. If you have an appointment at 11, they finally see you at 12:30. Well, why the fuck did I make an appointment for 11 then? You might as well just tell me, just show up whenever and I'll get to you whenever. Ho hum. It's like the cable guy or somebody comes to fix something. We'll be there between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Okay, fuck it. So going into it, I was a little bit like, We get there, she takes the pills. And then nothing was happening at around 9. I think it was like 9, maybe 8, 8:30ish. So Ma came over. I told Ma, I said, hey, come sit with Allie. So Carla, Allie's mom, shows up, and I come back home to walk the dogs. So I'm out for an hour with the boys. I feed them, everything's fine. And then Jorge, he comes by, and I said, yo, Dad, can you come watch the boys? And it was great. He spent the night with them. The next day comes, and Jorge walked them again in the morning, and then still nothing was going on. So then I came later on, and I walked the boys, and then Allie goes, I told her, I said, because her mom was with her at the hospital when I left again. And Allie texts me, and she goes, are you on your way back? And I said, yeah, I'm almost on. I just walked the boys for an hour. I'm going to head back. And she says, how about you wait for an hour, hour and a half? They're going to come in, they're going to check me again, and then tell me whether I can go home or stay. And I said, okay. So I was sitting around with the boys, and I get a call, and she goes, come pick me up. Nothing's happening. And I said, okay. So I go pick her up, and then Carla, Jorge, myself, and Allie, or I should have said Allie, myself. I guess Allie, the dogs, and then myself. We all went to Crown Brewery. We had a couple drinks, had some pizza, just chilled. We were sitting outside with the boys. We were just talking about like, what the fuck? They had told Allie to go back on Father's Day at 5 p.m. Let's try again. Okay. Because I believe when we left the hospital, Allie was, I think, like a 1.5, maybe 2 centimeters dilated. So nothing was happening. The next day, I think I'm Snapchatting back and forth with Danny, Amber's husband. And I go, oh, or did I tell Amber? I don't know. I told one of them, hey, what are you guys doing? It was in the middle of the day. And they said, oh, we're golfing. Maybe we can meet up for dinner. I said, perfect. So I asked Allie, I go, hey, do you want to go to White Hawk Lanes in Country Club or whatever the fuck it's called? I don't know exactly where they were. I go, sure. So we get ready. We're about to leave the house. And as we're about to leave the house, Allie goes, I think I peed myself. And I went, okay. Which was a normal occurrence during Allie's pregnancy. She would sneeze and then she'd pee. And that's just something that happens. So she tells me like, oh, I think I peed myself. And she sits down. And then she gets up and she goes, I peed myself again. And I went, huh? And she says, I think my water broke. And I tell her, baby, you have to tell me. I'm not a woman. I don't know what's going on. And she goes, yeah, but this has never happened. Like, she's never, given birth before. So she was like, So she's texting with a couple of her friends and her mom. They're like, yeah, it sounds like your water broke. So she calls. Actually, what we did is we went to go grab something to eat first because we thought we don't know when we're going to be able to grab something to eat. And it was almost 7 p.m. I think it was like maybe 6:15. and the cafeteria at the hospital was closed. So let's say we would have gotten there by 5, we would have been able to order food up to the room. But not like we couldn't order anything, or mom and dad, they could have gone and grabbed us something and then brought it to us. But we were just thinking, why don't we just eat before? So we did that. Come home. We loaded up the bags. Allie called the hospital and they were like, come quick. So we get there and then they start giving her the pills again. And this time, the first night, Allie sat down and laid down a lot. This time, me and Allie were walking around a lot. She was bouncing on the ball. She was sitting up. She rarely laid down. I don't think she actually laid down until we were supposed to go to bed. And we watched this documentary called Keep Sweet. Holy shit. If you haven't watched that on Netflix, watch it. Fucking crazy. We watch it. It's a 4-part, maybe an hour each episode. We watch it. And it was, we watched the first episode and then we thought, well, what are we going to watch the next one? And we both looked at each other like, well, obviously. Fucking mic. This thing always happens. Can you guys hear the baby cry? Cool. Now my mic stand is gonna be all wonky. God damn it, dude. Cool. Right in between the fucking episode. You know what? I'm just gonna hold it because fuck this. Cool. Look. That's how it's gonna happen. Fucking I swear. Every time I think I've got this figured out, I don't. Anyways, so me and Allie look at each other and we go, well, we can watch the next episode because we're not doing anything important. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Fucking so we watched the first episode, second episode. Then it's around midnight, and Allie goes, let's try to get some sleep, okay? We turn everything off. The nurse had just come in. Everything's fine. Everything's good. And I think she had just checked her. And I think they said she was maybe 2.5 centimeters dilated. And we both thought, oh, this stuff isn't going to start, stuff's not going to kick off until the morning. Close our eyes. Maybe 10 minutes later, Allie starts like, oh my God. Oh. So I'm laying on the couch and I look over at the bed. I said, are you okay? And she's like, yeah. And she was like, oh. So now she's in pain. So I wake up and I'm over there and I'm like, baby, are you okay? And the nurse comes in and she goes, are you having a contraction? Allie goes, I don't fucking know. And they're looking at the monitor and it looks like she's having a contraction. Well, then she starts having contractions a lot. They hit her and they were hitting her hard. I want to say, I think they were at least under 10 minutes apart. And then that kicks off this whole thing of we're not sleeping now. And mostly, I don't give a shit about me. I don't have to do anything but stand around and go, do you need some ice chips? I'm more worried about Allie not getting any sleep. Because we woke up. We went to bed, kind of normal time. We woke up, but Allie hasn't been sleeping at night because, she's pregnant and she's uncomfortable. She wasn't even sleeping in the bed. She was sleeping on the couch. So now she's awake and she's like, uncomfortable and she's, it hurts. And I'm trying to help. And I felt super worthless. But I'm trying to help her out, letting her know, like, you got this, you got this, you got this. Then around maybe 3 a.m., she can't lay down. Allie's on her knees on the bed and she's just keeled over and I'm rubbing her back and I'm like, baby, what can I do? And then the nurse comes in again and says, would you like, she gives her some drug. And Allie goes to the bathroom and she doesn't sit on the toilet all the way. Luckily, she sat on the toilet enough that when she peed, it went into the toilet bowl. But I remember I told her, I said, baby, you have to scoot your butt back a little bit. So I'm trying to help her. She's like, whoa. Hey, can you not during the episode? They don't want to hear that shit. It's playtime. Fucking 10 p.m. Hey, stop. Go mama, get out of here. Sorry. So they give her the pill. She feels kind of drunk. And I don't know, that maybe helped her for maybe 10 minutes, maybe one contraction. And she goes back, pain again. Then she tells the nurses, I want my epidural now. Okay, well, they have to give you an hour of fluids, apparently. So they start her on the IV, they start giving her the fluids. Then the contractions are hitting her hard. Well, then the doctor comes in, the anesthesiologist, and he uses his dad voice. And he goes, Allie, I don't even think, did he call her Allie? Maybe he called her Alexandra. Anyways, I'm gonna say that he said Allie. He goes, okay, Allie, I need you to really focus. She's like, oh, it hurts. They raise her up to where her feet, let's say the top of the mic is the floor. Her feet are maybe up here. She's just dangling them. And they want you to hunch her back over like this. I guess to make it nice and tight, taut, maybe. And I'm seeing, Allie can't see anything because she's facing, the anesthesiologist is in back of her. Oh, and I remember when they called this specific anesthesiologist, the two nurses said, they're like, oh, he's on call. He's coming up. Oh my God, I love it. I hear them whispering it. And then it made me feel better because I thought to myself, if they really like this guy, he must be good. So then he comes up and so tell Al, hey, you have to, and he goes, it's going to be 15 minutes of work for relief. And Allie starts freaking out. I can't hold it for 15 minutes. I'm having contractions. I can't. And he's like, you can do this. And she's like, but I can't. And I kept trying to reassure, baby, you can. So again, I start seeing some of the instruments behind her. Oh my fucking God. I was like, oh, and then I know that they have to go into her spine. To say Allie is strong is an understatement. So he gets in and, he's poking her and she says she feels pressure, but she's not feeling pain. But in that she has to hold still, she's having a contraction and she's like, ah, and they're like, don't move. And she's like, ah. Oh my God, I almost bawled my eyes out. I just wanted to smack everybody and get them away from her. But I know that they were there to help her. So I couldn't. I just, baby, you got it. Finally, he finishes. And then she has this little IV string coming out on this side. Like it's in her back, but it's over her shoulder now. And I'm just thinking, oh my God, that thing is in her fucking spine. Oh. Then she starts feeling, she's like, I feel good. I think at around 5, maybe 5:30, I text Carla, Allie's mom, hey, come to the hospital. So she shows up just before 6. And I go, baby, are you okay? And Allie's like, I'm fine. I feel good. So then Allie's mom says, why don't you guys try to take some sort of nap? Okay. This was at 6. I pass out almost immediately. I wake up and it's like 8:02 in the morning. I look over and I look at Allie. Allie's sitting up. She has water in a cup. And she looks at me and goes, I'm 10 centimeters dilated. And I went, what? She goes, it's time to push. And I went, whoa, okay. So then it hit me like, oh shit, she's going to start pushing. And she was just like, la, 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 la. The nurse starts bringing in some stuff, and then I feel like without any warning, she just tells Allie, "Okay, we're gonna start pushing." So she says, the nurse says, "I'm gonna hold one leg," and then she's telling me to hold the other leg. And then she's like, "Okay, this is how you're gonna push." And Allie goes, "Huh?" She's like, "What do you mean?" Again, Allie's never done this before. So they're trying to explain it to her, and I was like, "What? I don't get it." And then I think it was like something like push through your butt or something like that. I don't. But then she started, and the lady goes, "Did you feel it?" And Allie goes, "I guess. I don't know." Then maybe 10 minutes into the pushing, then Allie starts like, oh, then she starts feeling these pains. And now the contractions are like coming one after another, after another, after another, after another. And she starts pushing at 9. I think it was at 9. And the doctor comes in and she's checking her and she's like, all right. And then I want to say maybe the last hour of Allie pushing, this other nurse comes in and she was a rock star. She was like, listen here, girl, you got this. Push like this and grab your feet. And oh, at one point I tagged out because I had to pee. So I told Allie's mom, I said, hey, can you grab Allie's leg and help her out? I have to pee. So I go pee, I come back out and I go, okay, I'm ready. And Carla's like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm staying. I said, okay. So then I really felt lost and I go, well, what do I do now? So I get by Allie's head and, I'm coaching her. I'm like, come on, baby. And they're telling her, don't push with your face. And then they said, don't let your air out. Your air is your power. So Allie goes, I'm supposed to push without screaming? And I go, yeah, I think that's what they're trying to tell you. So they wanted her to do 3 pushes at a time. So it's push 1, 2 to 10, and then take a deep breath, and then push again to 10, and then a deep breath, and then push again. Well, towards the end there, Allie was like, I don't know, making it to maybe 5, maybe the count of 6. And she wasn't like breathing and going right back into it. So she was like, I can't. And I just kept telling her, baby, you got it, you got it, you got it. And I'd go, right when I'd hear 9, 10, and I go, 1, breath out, or deep breath in and go again. And she was doing it. And like I said, the other nurse towards the end, she came in. It was like, you got it, you got it, you got it. And then at one point, the nurse said, you're almost done. And Allie goes, no, I'm not. And she's like, her hip was hurting really bad. And they kept telling her, you just have to push. Once his head is out, you're going to feel better. And for a moment, I thought like, is she really done though? And I remember I looked down and I see Athanasios' head, his little hair. And I look and I go, baby, you're almost done. And she's like, no, I'm not. And I said, you're almost done. I think, I want to say she pushed maybe, 3, 6, 9, maybe 9 more times. And then he just popped out. Oh my God. The moment he popped out, he starts crying. And just this wave of emotion came over me. And I just kept telling Allie, you did it, you did it, you did it, you did it, you did it. And then like it felt like Allie would be able to tell you better because she's the one that experienced it. Maybe the next episode I'll have her on so she can talk about the experience. But I got super emotional and I just kept telling her, baby, you did it, you did it. And I felt like she got this calm about her. She didn't say much. She was just like, and then they put Athanasios on her chest. And that, oh my God, sent me over. Oh my God, just watching her with him was a beautiful moment. And then just to see him, I was like, oh my God, you're finally here. It was so cool. So cool. And it was nice that Jorge was able to come into the room because initially it was just going to be myself and Carla. And then um, they let Jorge in. So it was cool that Jorge was able to see Athanasios and Ali right after. And I want to say I was there for maybe an hour, and then I left to come back home to walk the boys because I was just thinking because it had been a while, and I told Ali, I said they're gonna weigh him, they're gonna do this, they're gonna make sure he's taken care of. Um, I go, and then that'll give time for your parents to say hi and meet Athanasios, and then I'll come back. So I came, I walked the boys, and oh my god, that walk was amazing. I was just like on cloud nine the whole time. I was like, oh my god, my son's born, my son's born. Oh my god, it was excuse me, a really cool experience. You know when people say you're not going to understand until it happens to you or until you go through it? Definitely. Definitely. Now I think to myself, why didn't I do it sooner? Um, I've waited almost 40 years to become a dad, and it's crazy. It definitely life changing. Definitely life changing. Which leads me into my transition about abortion. Look, I'm not saying that everybody needs to agree with abortion. You don't. I'm not saying if you think abortion is murder, if you would never have an abortion, if you can't fathom about having an abortion or knowing somebody or whatever. I'm not saying that you're a bad person. We all have different beliefs, right? What pisses me off is that I think I've said it on here. I grew up in the Christian faith. I grew up going to church. I grew up reading the Bible. I grew up praying. I grew up doing all the Christian things. But in that, I saw a lot of bullshit. I saw people talking shit about each other right after the pastor was just up there saying, "Love thy neighbor." There was times where I would call it out as a kid, and I was told to shut up. I did that as a teenager, and I was told to shut up. I've done it as an adult, and I've been told to shut up. Now, as an adult, I tell them to go fuck themselves. As a kid, I was like, whoa. As a teenager, I was very timid. I was like, ugh. Now as an adult, I'm like, yeah, go eat a dick. What pisses me off is that in this country we have freedom of religion. You can be a Muslim, your neighbor can be Jewish, I can be a Christian, and somebody else that lives next to us can be Sikh. That's fine. And we can all hang out and we can all get along and we can all have a good time. But the moment one of these religions says you have to do this, and I don't believe in any of that shit, what are we doing? And I'm specifically talking about Christianity in America. Is what I'm specifically talking about. Christianity, Catholicism, all that bullshit. They there's a group of people, and unfortunately it's a group of people that have high positions in our legal system who are now saying, no, 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 you can't get an abortion because the imaginary guy that I believe in, some people wrote in a make believe book that I follow, and now you can't get an abortion because my imaginary friend says you can't. Fuck you. fuck you for pushing your goddamn religion on not only me, everybody else. Why is it that people feel that they can push their shit on other people? And here's the thing that really pisses me off. A lot of these people are the same people that were pissing and moaning over a goddamn fucking mask. Oh, why do I have to wear a mask? Why do I have to get vaccinated? Free country. Listen here, motherfuckers. It's a free country until you... What is it I'm trying to say? It's a free country until you do something. What am I trying to say? This is what I'm trying to say. They want to be able to do whatever they want and impose their views on others. But then the moment people impose their views on them, then they start screaming, violation of my rights, violation of my rights. It's fucking stupid. Roe v. Wade has been overturned. What? Here's the other thing that's bullshit. The Supreme Court said that it should be up to the states to regulate guns. We're going to leave that up to the state. But then when it came to a woman's uterus, they said, no, the federal government should regulate that. What the fuck are we doing? That a gun, an inanimate object, not a human, an inanimate object, has more fucking rights than a human being in this country. Republicans have lost their goddamn fucking minds. I don't know. I don't know how people can look at another person and go, you need to believe what I believe. I don't understand how people can look at another person and say this or that because of whatever fucking magical book you read or you believe. You can't, you gay people aren't chill because in the Bible it says two women can't marry each other because that's against my magic book, my make-believe religion. What? And here's the other fucked up part. I feel like a lot of people, this is my personal opinion. I feel like a lot of people are nice to everybody. They're trying to be a good person because they want a reward. The reward is to get up and hang out with their imaginary friend for all of eternity or whatever fucking bullshit it is. That's the dumbest reason to try to be a good person. You should be a good person because you should be a good person. That's it. The end. The end. Not, oh, if I'm a good person, I get to go hang out with Jesus for the rest of my, eternal life or whatever the fuck. There shouldn't be a prize for you to be a good person. Just be a good fucking person. That's it. That's like a little kid. Hey, if you don't ask for anything when we go into the store, I'll give you $1. Okay. The kid's not going to ask for anything. They might want to. Ooh, they might want to. But then they know, I'm going to get $1 at the end. Then they don't ask for anything. Then they get the $1. Yay. They get a reward. Be a good person because you shouldn't be a fucking asshole. You shouldn't murder people because you shouldn't. You shouldn't rape. Not just because he says not to. No, just don't fucking rape people. It's weird to even have to say, hey, guys, raping is bad. That's not chill. It's not chill. These are things that we should all know. I feel like it's things that we all know, but there's some of us that don't abide by that. And I get it. There's bad people in the world. But don't do something because you're going to be rewarded. That's something that I want to instill in my son. Be a good person because that's the right thing to do. Be a good person because you want to be a good person. You want people to look at you and say, man, Athanasios, you are honest. You're a great person. You're nice. You're caring. All of that. That's what people should see in you. Not, oh, Athanasios is nice because he thinks that Jesus is going to save him at the end of his life. No, absolutely not. Also, I don't even think, I know me and Ali have talked about it. I don't, I mean, am I going to tell my son about religion? Yeah, I'm going to tell him. Am I going to push him to do it? Absolutely fucking no. Because what's going to happen? This is what I think is going to happen. Let's say he goes to a Catholic church and then some priest is going to try to butt fuck him. He goes to a Christian church and some pastor is going to try to butt fuck him. I'm good. I'm good with the religious people trying to butt fuck kids. I'm good. I don't need that shit in my life. Better yet, I don't even want a family member to butt fuck my son. That's a different episode about me, by the way. Not the butt fucking, but the child molestation thing. That's a whole different episode. Yeah, just drop that on you. Boom. I'm getting a little heated. And maybe I shouldn't, but I am. It's I never so many things have happened in this lifetime, in my lifetime. You know, a pastor told me one time, because everybody has always said, you know, oh, Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming. And there's been rarely has there been old people that go, I've heard that shit all my life, even when I was a kid. And I'm 100 now. I remember this one youth pastor told us, who do we think we are? What do we how much how special do we think of ourselves that we think that the second coming of Jesus is going to happen when we're alive? He goes, think about that. He goes, this thing is supposed to happen once. Just one time. It's one time in all of time. And we think we're going to see it. And he said that, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I've never heard that shit from anybody. At least I've never heard it from a religious person of authority at the time. And I mean, we've seen, fuck, man, we saw the World Trade Centers. I saw the World Trade Centers, World Trade Center get blown up. 2020 came. Fucking an insurrection because some fucking goddamn baby doesn't know how to say he lost. And now, have you guys seen the January 6th hearings? Hearings? Yeah, because it's not a trial. Yes, hearings. Just today. Just today. The fucking baby wanted to go to the Capitol where these dumb motherfuckers were attacking cops. Cops that they say they love. You know that stupid thin blue line? Well, motherfucker, where was love for thin blue line then? Also, by the way, thin blue line, that isn't a thing. A job and somebody's ethnicity are two different things. And to try to compare them is dumb. So no. That's not a Blue Lives Matter? No. That shit is stupid. It's called take off your fucking uniform and go get a new job. Then guess what? That thin blue line isn't there anymore. It's not like somebody can take off their I can't unzip my Hispanic suit and then put on a white suit and be like, oh, look at me. That's not how that fucking works. Anyways. The testimony that came out today. Holy shit. I've said at the top of the show and I'll say it now. I don't know how anybody can hear all this testimony, these recordings, seeing pictures and everything, all of this. It's what's crazy about this is most of this stuff isn't conjecture, isn't speculation, isn't, I think, almost all of this is 100% concrete proof that things have happened and or have been said. And I can only imagine, this is the little game I play in my head. I hear the facts of what went on, and I think to myself, I bet you these motherfuckers that support him still probably think, oh, well, the media's lying. Of course. And it's always easy to find or put the blame on somebody else, because I believe that a lot of these people would have to come to terms like, oh, who I supported is a piece of shit. Oh, I was lied to. That doesn't feel good to be lied to. Nobody wants to be lied to. And a lot of people find it very hard to admit they were wrong. I had that problem for the longest time. I would only say that I only started admitting fault maybe 4 years ago. Something would happen and no, I'm not, I didn't know, no. Now if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll tell people, oh, I'm wrong. From something big to something small, I tell people, yeah, I was wrong. If I find something out, I've even gone to people and go, hey, remember when we were talking about that thing like 6 months ago? Yeah. Well, you were right. Remember when I got upset and we were having that conversation and blah, 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 blah. You're right. And it surprises a lot of people. Really? Yeah. Wait, you're admitting you're wrong? Yeah. Because I want people to know. I want people to know that I'm truthful. I want people to know that I am open to different thoughts, that I am open to different ways of looking at it. All of that. In this particular situation, thing, if somebody, it's like they caught him saying, fuck America, is what I feel that's what they caught him saying. His face, everything. And people look at it and go, nah, that's not him. My personal opinion is, I don't think there's anything, and this is the sad part, I don't think anything will be damning enough to his supporters, or I don't think anything's going to come out that his supporters are going to go, oh shit, I was wrong. Oh shit, we shouldn't have supported that guy. Oh shit. None of that. I believe, and hopefully, he gets criminally prosecuted and put in jail for trying to overthrow the US fucking government. Because, that happens all the time. Oh, wait, it hasn't. I believe that even if they put him in jail, people are still going to admire him and go, oh, look, the system got him. That's what that is. Because it's always easy to say, oh, they're wrong. Not me. I'm not wrong. They're wrong. It's insane. Real quick, to get back to the abort. I'm sorry, and I'm not sorry. Fuck it. I'm not sorry. This episode is not, it's kind of heavy. It's not kind of heavy. It's heavy. It's a heavy episode. That's the fucking world we live in right now. I've been a part of 2 abortions. And I say this because I know there's a really bad stigma on shit. And people come down on the women. The 2 abortions I've been a part of have not been with Allie. They've been with other women. But I've been a part of 2 abortions. So I know two people who have had abortions. And those two were because of me. So to think, to force women to have a baby is fucking ridiculous. At the time, me and the woman that I impregnated, we had a discussion. And it wasn't the right time for us. Nobody on this earth should tell you you need to carry that baby to term. You need to have that baby because XYZ. Again, that's nobody's decision except for the woman and the man. And mostly not even the man. It's the woman's decision. Am I going to carry this baby? Yes or no. That's it. I could sit there and plead and beg, do it, please. Have the baby, have the baby. And if the woman says, fuck no, guess what? It's fuck no. The decision should be left to the woman and her doctor. That's it. Nobody else. No politicians, no fucking judges, because they're not doctors. They're politicians and judges. People don't come onto the plane and go, hey, I have this lump. And I go, Dr. Jesse's in. No, I'm a fucking flight attendant. So why is it that people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, why are they making laws as if they know? Because they don't fucking know. Why are men making laws to restrict women? Makes no fucking sense. And then when women line up behind those men and go, they know what they're talking about. God damn, who hurt you? Who hurt you? Because to say, oh no, the man knows more about a woman's body than anything. Bitch, you got something wrong in your fucking head. That's not how that shit works. You know, yes, I'm a father now. But just because me and Allie became parents doesn't mean that I want other people to be forced into that shit. You're never ready to become a parent. You're never ready. I don't feel ready. I still don't feel ready, and he's here. But at least we came to terms of, okay, this shit's happening. But to force that on people, and I mean other people have said it, and I'm just gonna echo it. Safe abortions is what has been outlawed, has been taken away. Abortions are gonna happen. They're just not gonna be safe. All of them are not gonna be safe. There's gonna be some safe abortions because there's still some states with their heads on their fucking shoulders still. But there's plenty of other states who, nope. My imaginary friend says it's fucking stupid. And also, what about the guys who don't want the women to have babies? And you can't have an abortion in the state, and they don't have the means to travel somewhere else. You don't think the guy. How many stories do we hear that a husband, a boyfriend, murders their pregnant woman because they didn't want the baby? It happens. Unfortunately, I think that number is going to skyrocket a little bit. Because, if women can't have abortions and the guys don't want the women to have it, let's slice them up. It's fucked up all around. And it's insane to think that that's where we are in 2022. It feels like what I read about in the early 1900s. We shouldn't be flying around on planes. We should have horse-drawn carriages that we have to get from here to there. We shouldn't have iPhones where we can watch a movie on our phone. No. Somebody should be in the back with a projector spinning it, because it feels like we've taken so many goddamn steps back. And it's sad. It's very sad. And I hope shit changes for the better, because if we're on this trajectory, I think I said that right. It's fucking scary. It's fucking scary, and it's not chill. Definitely not chill. And I think with that, I'm going to end the show, because why not? Man. Guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Tell everybody you know. Tell your mom, your dad, your cousins, your brothers, neighbors, friends, to listen to the Jesus Show, not that one. To listen or watch it on YouTube. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.